Well, with the MLB trade deadline just right around the corner, less than a month away, we start looking at the bottom tiered teams on who they might be trading. And today we are looking at the Toronto Blue Jays, who we've already heard the names like Kikuchi flying around for them and possibly a couple of others. But what about one of the big names they have in their infield? We'll get to that in a minute, but if you're new to the channel, like anything MLB, NHL related, from trades, rumors, signings, whatever there is, we got it covered here on the channel for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, as we are not going for our goal of 900 subscribers. Now let's get into it. It's not the season the Blue Jays wanted. They're currently 39-48, 9 games below 500. Beginning of the season, no one could hit. Justin Turner's turned things around. George Springer's starting to turn things around. Vladdy, what can we say about the last week and a half, 2 weeks Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s had? But there's one guy on that list that I didn't name, and that's Bo Bichette. And is it possible that the Toronto Blue Jays move on from the young all-star shortstop that they have and try and get some draft capital out of them, some higher-end prospects? We kind of take a look into that. Like I said, Blue Jays 9 games under 500. The last time I believe they were at this point was back when they lost 95 games, is what I read. And we'll take a look at Bo Bichette here. This year he's only hitting .229, I believe. That's 65 hits and 284 at-bats. This is the guy that leads the league in hits every year, or almost leads the league in hits every year. And he's just struggling. His OPS is .613, has 4 stolen bases, only has 4 home runs and 29 RBIs. I know we don't expect much home run production from Bo Bichette, but he's always in that 15 to 25 range. And this year it's just not happening. RBIs are down. And this is one that, kind of hits close to home. Being a Blue Jays fan, I love watching Bo Bichette. I love watching Vladdy. Even Kevin Biggio, I loved watching him, and they traded him. So this just makes kind of this video tougher to do, because I can see why the Blue Jays would trade Bo Bichette. There's been rumors that the Dodgers inquired about him. The Blue Jays shut that down beforehand. Don't know what their position is right now. But if the Blue Jays do decide to trade Bo Bichette, they could easily get a top 5 prospect from that team's organization, and probably somewhere in the area of a top 15 to top 25 prospect as well. They could get a little bit of prospect capital from whichever team he does go to if the Blue Jays do decide to trade him. But with that average, it's not Bo Bichette's year. He's been injured a few times. They scratched him from last night's game, I believe it was, or the game before, with some kind of forearm injury. But he's been injury prone this year, and that could be the reason why his numbers are low. But that's no excuse to why he's hitting .229 when he's really averaging, over the course of his career here, we'll go see that in a minute, .339 base. Not .339, sorry about that. It's not popping up here. .291 average. So this is almost 70 points below his average that he hits in the MLB. That's with this year. His lowest before this was .290. So Bo Bichette is fighting through something. We don't know what it is. But if the Blue Jays do decide to trade him, like myself, I bet you most of us fans would be devastated to see Bo Bichette leave. But we've seen it with other players we loved back in the day, Vernon Wells, Alex Rios, all those guys we saw come and go, and Bichette might be on that list here. So those are the rumors right now, is Bo Bichette could get traded in a matter of, I believe it's 26 days, 25 days from now. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. As a fan, I hope he doesn't. That's why I said this video is kind of harder to do. But we'll see how this ends for the Toronto Blue Jays this year. I'm hoping Bichette is on that roster come April 1st, or August 1st, sorry. But yeah, like I said, it's a little bit harder to do this video because he's one of my favorite players watching. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.